Hi neighbors, this is Rhonda, and I wanted to bring you a little bit of an update. So it's been about 3 weeks since the petition for a special meeting was requested, and I still haven't heard anything back. But the HOA has a month, 30 days, to respond to the request for the special meeting. And if they don't, they forfeit their right to set a meeting, meaning that the people who sign the petition can now request or present the meeting themselves. They can actually go and set the date and do all those things themselves. Now, the special meeting request was actually sent on December 17th. So that means that the 30 days expires on January the 16th. So if we haven't heard anything by the 16th, then the 80 people who signed the petition can go ahead and set up a meeting on their own. Okay. Now, there's a couple caveats to that. If the people, the petitioners who ask for the special meeting, set up a meeting on their own, they would have to also follow the rules inside of the HOA, of the bylaws and the covenant. And those rules state that you have to give the community a 21-day notice. So let's just say for the sake of argument that we don't hear back from the HOA with regard to a meeting date or acknowledgement, none of that happens. Then on the 17th, the petitioners can say, all right, well, we decided we want to have a meeting on such and such date. All right. So they have to give the community a 21-day notice. So you can't just say on the 17th, we're going to have a meeting on the 31st, because the community has to have a 21-day notice. That's written in our bylaws. And I'm not sure if it's in the covenant or not, but I know it's in the bylaws. And so we have to still give that notice. So once, again, hoping that we hear back from the HOA so that they can give us a date and time and we can do what we have to do. But if they don't, then the community has to set their own meeting with the 21-day notice. Now, all of this is the time frame, the expiration, all of that is inside of our bylaws and the covenants, and whatever is missing is in the state law. So all of the things that I'm saying now are things that I've read in the bylaws and the covenant, and I can't remember which part of this might be in the state laws or not. But you guys can always go look that up if you're not sure. Just Google it or whatever. Just you find it, it's out there. And of course, you should have a copy of the bylaws. You can read those, or a copy of the covenants. You can definitely read that. So I'm just trying to give you an update in terms of what you should expect next. We should be getting a meeting date soon, and if we don't, then this committee will have to set that date. And that now means that the HOA will no longer have a right to set that date. If they don't do it by the 16th, they don't have a right to do it anymore, and it will have to be established by the community. So I'll keep you posted for that. It's possible that you'll get more information through the HOA. I'm not sure. But at this point, I wanted to just give you some kind of an update to say what you should be expecting next. And that is what I anticipate should happen, is that either you hear about a date from the HOA, or you're going to hear about a date from the committee that established the request for the special meeting. Okay, so that's all of that. Hopefully, we're also in another phase of this thing where we're trying to work through some of the issues and getting a go forward plan once we have a legitimate board. So I hope this makes sense, and thank you for watching to this point. Okay, all right.